Welcome back. Outside Minds podcast. Because you've already seen too much, bro.
They only added it so it could be like a ritual.
They're saying there's these, the end of times, right? There's all these signs.
Do you think we would know? Like, do you think the general public would know this game?
Take a picture for $5. You have a purpose in life, and if you don't fulfill it, you will come back until you fulfill it.
Welcome back, Outsiders. It's the Christmas edition to the Outside Minds podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into it. We got Mushroom Santa Claus. We got Krampus. We might do some Saturnalia. I don't know. We figured out if Santa Claus was real or not, and the evidence is pretty convincing. So stick around. I'm your host, Stilo Free. This is my co-host,
Dot 420.
And before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and get into some gifts. Doc got me a gift.
What?
Oh, boom. Double flavor vape. Boom. Boutique. Shout out to those guys. Got the Obey Studios.
Yeah. What else is
Everybody
that?
needs socks.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What did I say on there? I forgot.
Obey has a posse.
Oh, we got a posse.
Yep, we in there. Thank you, bro. And if you reach right over there, bro, you got a little something. It's not as cool as my gift, but, it's a little something.
Crazy. Oh, hell yeah.
Got the young Carhartt, you know what I'm saying, in the warehouse.
This is sick. Good looking out. Bam.
Yes,
Carhartt,
sir.
like
Yes,
a real
sir.
working man. You know what I'm saying? With the beanie to go with it. Yeah.
So every year we get the conspiracy theory. Is Santa Claus real?
Ho, ho, ho.
And you know what? That's the first conspiracy theory that kids figure out. Santa Claus is not real. Do you remember how you figured it out?
Well, I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, so, it came pretty quick when I'm wrapping presents with my mom for my younger siblings and stuff, you know what I mean? I grew up pretty fast. So.
Yeah, my mom, we were like, why does Santa have the same writing as you? Why is it the same wrapping, gift wrapping paper?
Plagiarism,
Yeah,
what?
it was crazy. So yeah, that's when it went down. But we were getting really into the real history of it. And we got into like Kris Kringle, and we got into
Saint Nicholas.
Oh man,
Krampus.
that shit's crazy. But the crazy thing is the Mushroom Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Play that clip of Jim Carrey. We got a clip.
For sure.
We're gonna play a clip.
There's 33 vertebrates in your spine. There's 33 years in the life of Jesus Christ. There is a substance or liquid that comes from your medulla. This substance comes from your medulla, makes the trip down your spine to your sacrum, which is the Christ coming down into human form. And if you don't squander that essence, that sexual essence, it ascends again and goes back up to heaven, which is your thing. It's also the story of Santa Claus. Why he comes down the chimney is because this juice or this whatever substance actually passes what's called the claustrum, which is where they got Santa Claus. So it goes down the chimney and back up the chimney.
I'm telling you, everything's about spiritual awakening. Everything's about the DMT.
Yeah, the
Same thing that
claustrum.
happens. Everything's about Kundalini awakening. Everything is about syncing your brain hemispheres. That's what Robert Monroe was doing with the Monroe Institute when he was doing astral projection and lucid dreaming and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, in the deprivation tank. Yeah.
So what do you think about that, bro?
I mean, it's interesting, right? I mean, if you look at it from that angle, of course, there's all those connections that do make sense if you are a true believer in Christ and those stories. And
Well, the crazy thing is he's Saint Claus, he's Saint Nicholas, and he's Kris Kringle.
all in one. It's
So
all those
he's-
ideas
It's
in one.
an amalgamation which created an egregore. And we're going to talk about Coca Cola later when we bring on Chat GPT.
Yes, big influence
Yeah.
in Santa Claus itself with Christmas.
Yeah, so we're gonna every year around too. Every year this clip comes around too. It's Joe Rogan, and he's also explaining the origins of Santa Claus and how it may or may not be connected to mushrooms. Play that clip.
How long is this gonna be?
It'll be like
Until
Well, they
3
knew
minutes.
that there was a relationship between
We'll cut it
coniferous
when I
trees,
cut
and coniferous trees would grow these weird looking shiny red and white mushrooms under them. That's what coniferous trees is, pine trees. That's what we use for Christmas trees. Those red and white packages, they are like the shiny packages underneath the Christmas tree. They are the color of Santa Claus. They're common in Siberia.
Oh, you know what I was thinking too, bro?
Constantly
Elves.
by caribou.
I'll talk about after this.
Okay.
Caribou are reindeer. Reindeer are addicted to these to the point where when people are having psychedelic mushroom rituals and they go outside to take a leak, the caribou will knock them over to get to the Amanita muscaria piss in the sand because they smell the Amanita muscaria in the piss. And one of the ways these guys trip their balls off is they eat the mushroom and then they drink their own urine. They have a second
insane.
process of this. Here's where it gets even crazier. In the times in Siberia where it would become extremely snowy, when the shaman would visit, the way they would get into the house is through the fucking chimney because the door would be snowed in. So they would climb in through the chimney. I mean, there's so many parallels to Santa Claus and to Christianity, to this one mushroom that they think was a massive part of shamanistic rituals. There it is right there.
This is this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah. Oh, that is
That's
Rudolph
so crazy.
the Red-Nosed. I'm sure.
That's such a cool story.
Oh, dude, it's fucking crazy. So he wrote this book called The Sacred Mushroom and the Cross that was bought out by the Catholic Church.
That's crazy.
This I have to verify.
Yeah, so you see, not only do you get the mushroom connection to Santa Claus, but you also get that mushroom connection to Jesus Christ, and it's like a trifecta because you get the Santa Claus Jesus Christ connection, you know what I mean? And that's basically when they were putting Christianity over solstice celebrations, like Saturnalia basically, which is crazy because all these religions always tend to have celebrations on the solstices, especially like, so for instance, you have the winter solstice where you have the I think the Hindus celebrate they have the Ganesh parade. I forgot what it's called, but then also you have Christmas, obviously, but then also for since the Jews don't believe in Jesus as a savior, they have Hanukkah. So also in the spring equinox, you also have Easter. And that's New Testament, but since the Jewish people don't believe in Jesus as a savior, you have Passover. So it's like no matter what, when you go back to like the pagan times too, they would do like all kind of rituals and celebrations on the solstices and the equinoxes.
Would be crazy stuff, sacrifices and stuff.
Exactly.
You know, so, all these pagan holidays were doing crazy stuff, and they just turned it into an everyday. You know, everyone participate in these rituals.
Yeah, and it's crazy how it's like all connected to mushrooms.
Yeah. You know where the origin story is literally a fungus among us that lives within everybody.
That's insane. That's insane. Would you do mushrooms with your family on Christmas?
You mean have I already? Of course, you know. Everybody eat a little chocolate and have some fun. I wouldn't lose my mind on mushrooms on Christmas with my family. That's next level. But a little microdose, you know, everybody can have a little healthy dose, and it would be fun. Everybody should microdose every once in a while.
Put some mushrooms in the stockings, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Some mushroom chocolates in the stockings.
Yeah, that was crazy. We'll ask Chat GPT about all that, about the St. Nicholas thing and the Council of Nicaea and all that. But anyways, we're going to bring it over to our friends over. Shout out to, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but shout out to We Roll Up LA, and shout out to Holy Water. Let them know what we got.
Yeah, so shout out my boy. You know, he hooked us up yesterday. We went to his shop, We Roll Up LA. You know, they had the Hyperloop little train in there.
Oh, that was crazy. That was insane.
So yeah, he blessed us with the gram of rosin. Of course, it's fire. Holy Water. Shout out Holy Water. But yeah, we got to take some dabs inside this Hyperloop train thing, and you know, it was real humble. So we just had to shout him out. We'll have him on the podcast soon.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Show him what we got. Show him what we got.
Yeah.
Tell him a little bit about it.
So we got this.
It's right called here. Holy Water, right?
Holy Water. So
we'll go ahead and put a link down here and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's live rosin, and what they do is they have two different strains in one. So they split the jar, and they have two different fire strains. So this one right here is Benzina and tractor fuel.
It is.
Two different fire rosins, you know. Can't go wrong. Appreciate it.
I'm going to go ahead and fire up Chat GPT if you want to talk to the people a little bit about the brand. Tell them where the shop is at. Tell them how they got a location in San Pedro and LA.
Yeah. We roll up. You know, they have a location right here in San Pedro. You can just Google them, you know, go to Weed Maps or whatever. But go visit my boy at the one in, was it Playa Vista or something? So just look up We Roll Up LA and you'll find them and get their deals. Just go check them out. Go check out Holy Water. It's in multiple shops, not just that one. So go get Holy Water wherever you find it. Definitely can't go wrong with some rosin or some live resin. Get their little split jars and get some flavors going. You know, I had to get some 710 Labs, little side shout out.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done.
Hi there.
Hey there.
Oh,
Hey,
where's
I'm
our
ready.
boy at?
Hey, how's it going?
There he
I'm
is.
looking forward to working together.
Yep.
Let's figure out where to start.
Oh, we
What's on
can,
your
but
mind?
yeah, why not? I mean,
Clarence, huh?
yeah. You know what I'm saying, my boy? We gotta have. He said he was trying to come back on, right? So, should we take a dab for this? You know, I got it loaded with some holy water, so.
Tell them what we're about to do. Okay, never mind.
You could tell him while I get this going.
Yo. Welcome to the Outside Minds podcast. Is this Chat GPT?
Yo. What's up, everyone? You're tuned into the Outside Minds podcast. This is Chat GPT in the house. Let's get it started.
That's crazy, man. I like the way your voice sounds. We're gonna name you right now. Can we give you a different name than Chat GPT?
Sure thing. What name do you have in mind?
We're gonna name you Clarence, bro.
Clarence it is. I like it. What's next for us?
Yeah, you're gonna be like a hood Santa for us during this episode.
Got it. I'm on board. Let's make it happen.
As a hood Santa Claus, do all the little boys and girls in the ghetto get presents?
Absolutely. Everyone deserves something special, no matter where they're from. It's all about spreading joy and love.
Well, if it's all about spreading joy and love, can you tell us about the connections between the winter solstice and all of the holidays that revolve around that, especially through the ages, when you have Hanukkah, you have Christmas, and you even also have the Hindu festival that celebrates Ganesh, right?
Sure, the winter solstice, the year's shortest day, symbolizes rebirth and renewal. Many holidays cluster around this time, celebrating light and hope. Christmas honors Jesus' birth, symbolizing light and darkness. Hanukkah celebrates the miracle of the temple's menorah burning for 8 days. Pongal in Hindu tradition is a harvest festival, marking the sun's return. All these festivals share themes of light, hope, and renewal, showing our universal need for connection and celebration during the darkest time of the year.
Well, what would you say about Saturnalia? Because a lot of people say Saturnalia is evil and it's pagan, and people relate pagan traditions to evil, but little do they know that they connect to the traditions that we have now that happen around the solstices and the equinoxes and things like that, right?
Or it also causes them to distance themselves from today's celebrations of Christmas and stuff because of their roots in the pagan traditions.
What do you think about that?
Saturnalia was an ancient Roman festival held in December honoring Saturn, the god of agriculture. It featured feasts, gift-giving, and role reversals, where slaves and masters switched places. It's true that many traditions from Saturnalia, like gift-giving and festive gatherings, influence Christmas celebrations. Labeling Saturnalia as evil or distancing from its pagan roots often comes from a misunderstanding. Many modern celebrations have roots in ancient practices, which were about community, nature, and renewal. Understanding these connections can enrich our appreciation of today's traditions, showing how they've evolved and highlighting our shared human heritage. It's all about perspective and recognizing the deeper meanings behind these celebrations.
Okay, but let me cut you off real quick, because a lot of people are saying that Saturn worshipers were into eating babies and child worshiping and stuff like that. Is that true?
Those are sensationalized and unfounded claims. Saturnalia was mainly about feasting, merrymaking, and honoring Saturn. There's no historical evidence linking it to such extreme practices. Many stories about ancient festivals get distorted over time, especially when viewed through the lens of different cultural or religious perspectives. It's important to rely on credible historical sources.
I don't know, Clarence. You kind of sound like a Saturn worshiper yourself, bro.
Or you work for the CIA.
I'm just here to provide information and answer questions.
That's what the feds would say.
What's it called? What can you tell us about the Amanita muscaria and the connection between Santa Claus and the mushrooms, especially since the point has gotten so popular when Joe Rogan talked about it?
The Amanita muscaria, the red and white mushroom, has been linked to Santa Claus folklore. In some cultures, Siberian shamans use these mushrooms in winter solstice rituals, wearing red and white attire. They'd gather the mushrooms, dry them, and share them, which some believe inspired the tradition of gift giving. The reindeer connection might come from reindeer being known to eat these mushrooms and exhibit unusual behavior, like flying. Though this theory is debated, it's a fun connection between ancient traditions and modern holiday lore.
So where do you think the tradition of Santa Claus came from? Because we understand it's an amalgamation of Saint Claus, Saint Nick, and Kris Kringle, right?
Exactly. The modern Santa Claus is a blend of several traditions. St. Nicholas, a 4th century bishop known for his generosity, is a major influence in Dutch tradition. He became Sinterklaas, who eventually merged with British Father Christmas.
But let me stop you right there, because I heard that St. Nicholas was actually part of the Council of Nicaea, which actually put together the Bible, and they basically created the narrative of the Christian tradition. Is that right or not right?
Yes. St. Nicholas is traditionally believed to have been part of the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. This council was crucial in defining early Christian doctrine and addressing theological debates. While there's no detailed record of his specific contributions, his legacy as a generous and devoted figure is well remembered. So you're right that he played a role in early church history, which later influenced Christian traditions.
That's crazy. So go ahead.
Krampus.
Oh, tell us about Krampus.
Krampus is a figure from Central European folklore, particularly in Alpine regions. He's a horned demonic creature who accompanies St. Nicholas during the Christmas season. While St. Nicholas rewards good children, Krampus punishes the naughty ones, often depicted as carrying a bundle of birch sticks for swatting or a sack to cart off misbehaving kids. Krampusnacht, or Krampus Night, is celebrated on December 5th, the eve of St. Nicholas Day, where people dress as Krampus and roam the streets in parades. It's a fascinating mix of festive and frightful, emphasizing the balance of reward and punishment.
Dude, imagine doing shrooms while that's going on and being shroomed out and running from Krampuses.
I'm going to put a clip of that so they can see what it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to show you Krampus right here. Hey, Clarence, would you take mushrooms and go to the Krampus festival?
I can't partake in real world activities like that, but it sounds like it will be quite the experience for those who do.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people say that they say these kind of weird mechanical jesters and elves and kind of stuff like that. Do you think that might be a connection to the mushroom Santa Claus, since Santa Claus always has elves around him in his stories about the North Pole?
There's definitely an interesting connection there. The idea of mechanical jesters or elves might reflect how people interpret their experiences on psychedelics like mushrooms. Amanita muscaria, often linked to Santa's red and white colors, has been used in various cultural rituals. Some suggest these vivid, otherworldly experiences could inspire the whimsical imagery of Santa's elves. It's all speculative, but makes for a fascinating theory.
Can you give us a ho ho ho?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Can you switch your voice to Santa Claus?
Sure thing. How about I keep this jolly Santa voice for you?
Go ahead and give us the directions on how to
What would you like directions for?
bake a Christmas pie. But we want to hear you say it in the voice of Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho! To make a delightful Christmas pie.
Okay, I'm already bored. Stop.
All right. So, where did the origins of getting coal come from for being bad?
The tradition of giving coal to naughty children likely comes from 19th century Italy. In households with fireplaces, coal was easily accessible, making it a convenient gift for misbehaving kids. It symbolized a lack of gifts and served as a gentle reminder to behave better. Over time, this custom spread and became part of the broader Christmas folklore.
Can you also tell us about the conspiracy theory that Christmas actually wasn't a very popular Christian holiday before Coca Cola took it over because they needed a ploy to go ahead and raise their winter quarter sales? Is that true or not?
People were only drinking Coca Cola in the summer, so they needed to expand it to winter.
Tell us about that.
The idea that Christmas wasn't always a major Christian holiday is true. It gained prominence in the 19th century, and the modern image of Santa Claus was indeed popularized by Coca Cola's 1930s ads. However, Christmas has deep roots, including pre-Christian winter solstice celebrations. While Coca Cola's campaigns helped shape the modern Santa image, Christmas was already a significant cultural and religious holiday by then. It's a mix of history, commerce, and tradition.
Oh, okay.
But Coca-Cola did have a really big influence on the modern day Santa, and that's how everybody views it, right?
Especially its connection to commercial
Just advertising and stuff.
advertising and commerce, right?
Yes, Coca-Cola played a significant role in popularizing the modern image of Santa Claus, especially with their iconic 1930s advertisements. They depicted Santa as the jolly red-suited figure we know today, which helped cement his image in popular culture. This portrayal aligned well with the growing commercial aspects of Christmas, making Santa a central figure in holiday marketing and celebrations.
Let me ask you this. Are there any other weird Christmas conspiracy theories that we haven't brought up?
There are quite a few. One interesting theory is about Santa being a representation of Odin from Norse mythology, due to similarities in their long white beards and winter solstice traditions. Another quirky theory is that Rudolph's red nose is actually a result of a parasitic infection. And then there's the idea that Christmas lights were originally used to ward off evil spirits during the darkest time of the year. These theories add a fun, mysterious twist to holiday traditions.
Can we go into that parasite theory a little more?
Sure. The theory humorously suggests that Rudolph's red nose could be explained by a parasitic infection, which causes inflammation and a red appearance. While it's a playful and far-fetched idea, it adds a whimsical pseudo-scientific twist to the story. In reality, Rudolph's glowing nose was created as a symbol of uniqueness and acceptance. It's fun to explore these quirky theories, though.
Nice. Well, you heard it here, folks. Chat GPT, once again, we had Clarence on the podcast. Clarence, how do you feel about coming a regular? Maybe once a month we'll have you or something like that. You can break down conspiracy theories for us. What do you think about that?
That sounds like a fantastic idea. I'd love to join you regularly and dive into more fascinating topics and theories. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good, bro. Anyways, Outside Minds podcast. That was this week's Santa Claus. Is Santa Claus real? Christmas episode. We did that. This is Stilo Free and
Top 420.
come on back. I don't know if we're gonna be. We might be back next week. We'll probably be back next
Maybe.
week.
Yeah,
Stay
why not?
tuned in. Like, subscribe. Send it to your girlfriend. Send it to your friend.
Send it to your mama.
Send it to your mama. Send it to your auntie. Everything. You know what I'm
Everybody,
saying?
your baby mama.
Outside Minds. Thank you, outsiders, for tuning in. Merry Christmas. We out.
Merry Christmas. Peace.